Hey, it's Jo. Just wanted to share with you how you can log into your account and specifically how you can go about enrolling someone. So I'm just going to share my screen with you. So this is the website that we need to go on. So it's www.mydoterra.com, and you should already have a link to that. And then you put in your ID number and then your password and click to log in. Okay, mine will look slightly different to people in the UK simply because I've actually got access to Australian products and US products. In your shop, you've literally just got you've got access to the UK products, and some of our offers that we get here in the shop will be different to what you have over in Europe. But otherwise, all the tabs are the same. So we have our dashboard. It always brings you into your shop. You can go and look at your team. This tab I'm not part of. I don't use the message center. Going into my website takes me to, this is my website. So mydoterra.com/a gut instinct. Now you can put your business name into here. So it will automatically use your name as you registered. But so mine would have been Jo Dissanayake, but I changed it to a gut instinct. So you can go in there and change it to a name that you want it to be. And that is the site that you give to people. So for people that want to buy retail, which isn't the best way of going about it because you're paying 25% more, they can go in and access the shop there. Or if they want to join and get their own account, they can actually do it themselves as well through the tab on this particular website, the mydoterra.com, and then your name. There's a join and save tab that they can go in. But I'm going to show you how you can do it. And we generally do it this way where we assist others in doing the enrollment, because there's a few things when we go through that, you know, they could select an option that maybe isn't the best option and doesn't get them the best discounts. There's a couple of options when signing up. So I'll go and show. So we go into our dashboard. Now, the loyalty rewards order, because I've been going for over 12 months, placing my monthly regular order, my points are now up to 30%. This starts out at 10% and it increases by 5% every 3 months until you hit the maximum of 30. And as you can see, I've got 182.97 points, and this is what I can spend on free product. Down here is the volume. So this shows you the months of February, March, and April. It shows what my personal volume is, so how much I have spent on oils. You'll see in March it was quite high. I bought the convention pack over here in Australia that was worth around 400 PV. And then the overall volume. So this is the overall volume of the team. So you can see in February it got up to 79,000. We had the buy one get one free offer, which really helped the volume there. And I'm already on the 53,000. Now this might seem really daunting to those just starting out, and I remember the days where I used to struggle to get to 3,000 a month, but you can see it is very, very possible. This has got your earnings. So this is in Australian dollars. Over in Europe, it'll be in the currency that you're using. So if you're in the UK, it's sterling. Fast start bonus. So this is the bonus you get when you enroll people. Within a week, it's a weekly payment, and you get 20% of the person that you enrolled's personal volume back in commission. If they enroll somebody, you get 10% and they get 20%. And if the person, it goes to 3 levels. So if I enroll somebody, I get 20%. The person that enrolled me gets 10%, and the person that enrolled them gets 5%. And you get that for the first 60 days of enrolling somebody. And once they've gone past the 60 days of being with doTERRA, then it becomes the uni level, which is a really complicated compensation plan. There is a video that Jessie Reimers, my upline, has done that makes very make sense of it all. But again, it took me 3 or 4 times watching it before it really sunk in. But just know that in the long term, uni level is where the money comes from. So you can see from my monthly uni level, I'm bringing in around $5,000 there. Plus, I've also got my weekly payment coming in as well. So in the very early days, fast start is what keeps your business running, and it's what pays for your oils until you start to move up the ranks. Okay, so how do we enroll somebody? So we're on the dashboard. First of all, before you enroll anybody, you need to make sure that you have 100 PV LRP order in place. So let's go and quickly show you that. This is to ensure that you get the commissions that you deserve for the work that you've done. Okay, so I've already got an LRP in place, but what I'm going to show you is how to create one. So if we create an LRP order, you can place it anytime within the month up to the 28th of the month. The dates that are coloured in black means it falls outside of qualifying for product of the month. Between the 1st and the 15th, when it's coloured purple, if you place an order of 125 point value and it ships before the 15th, you will receive a free product of the month, which is announced on the 1st of the month. So we've already passed this month. This month we got a 5 ml Digest Zen blend. So it's great if you're planning on, spending that amount in the month, doing it before the 15th, because it helps build up your collection and also helps for when you're giving away samples and things. So I do like a good freebie. But let's say I set it up for the 28th of the month, which will allow, if I'm going to do an enrollment today, it allows plenty of time for that commission to come through that I can then use towards that order, because your commissions can be spent on your oils, and eventually when it gets to a certain, a decent amount, you can start to have it transferred into your bank account. So I'm just going to place in a couple of oils. So I'm going to go arbor vitae and basil and a black pepper and a bergamot. So I'll go and review my cart. So it's got all of my details, it's got my credit card already saved in the system, it's got my email address, it's going to ship on the 28th of April. Oh, look, I'm 1 PV short, so I'm just going to put another one in there. Okay, so I'm at 128 PV, so you've got to make sure that that equals 100 PV. View the totals. Okay, we've got shipping of Australia is $9.95. In the UK, it's £4, which you do get back in points. So that you'll get 4 points back in the UK because it's 10. We get 10 points back for shipping here. Okay, so I'm going to continue. Okay, so it's set to ship on the 28th of April, and it's set at over 100 PV, which is what I want. So I can process that now to schedule. Okay, I've now got 2 LRPs sat in here. This is the one that I've just created on the 28th of April. Once it processes, so I've already processed one on the 15th of April, it's now sat to process on the 15th of May. I can go in at any time and edit it by clicking on this button. I can go in and I can change the date, I can change my card, I can change where I want it shipping to, the email address. I can go in and delete oils, okay? So I can go in and just delete off. If it's already processed for April and I'm now into May's, I can go in and change the oils around. I can change the date as many times as I want. So if it happens that you've got it shipping on, say, the 15th of the month, and you decide, oh, I haven't got much pay coming in this week, I can't really afford it this week, you can go in and move it to the back of the month. Okay, so I'm going to cancel this order because I've already got 1 in place and I don't need 2. So if you've got more than 1, it'll allow you to cancel the LRP. Now I've only got 1 in the system. I can't go in and cancel it. To cancel a Loyalty Rewards program order, I need to ring customer services. And the reason for that is that they make sure that you've spent all of your points and your commissions, because if you cancel your LRP, you lose those. Okay, So I'm going to come out of that. So before you enroll anybody, you need to make sure you've got that 100 PV order sat in the system and that it stays at 100 PV. You can always change the dates, things like that for the following month, but you always need to have it sat at 100. So if you go in and edit it, make sure that it's sat at 100 so that you capture the commissions that are due. You might enroll somebody today and you've got it sat at 100 and it ships out in April at 100, but if you drop it back in May to say 50 points and you don't know how many times the person that you've enrolled is going to place an order. I've had people that have ordered maybe a week after they've got their account and decided they want some more oils. If you've dropped your LRP back, you're not going to get that 20% commission paid out because you haven't got your LRP set up in place. So it's always worth keeping it at the 100. Okay, so now how do we enroll? So enroll a new wellness advocate. It's on the dashboard. So dashboard, right hand side, enroll a wellness advocate. So we click on there. Okay, I'm just going to change the language to English because when we select Europe, if it's not selected as English, we don't get half of the information that we need. Okay, so I'm going to select Europe. You just pick whichever country you want. So we've got, you can see Canada, Central America, Costa Rica, French Polynesia, Guatemala, Hong Kong, Japan, Mexico, Singapore, South Korea, Taiwan, United States, Australia, Malaysia, New Zealand. You can have what they call global access country. This is where the product is shipped to an American address, and then you've got to arrange for it to be on forwarded to countries that doTERRA are not already part of. If that's the case, I can assist you with that. But for now, we'll look at Europe. And then you choose your country. Okay, so I've been asked to help somebody with Cyprus. So we're going to click Cyprus, but you can scroll down. The UK is down the bottom. So you can see we are in a lot of countries over in Europe. So click on Cyprus. Okay, you want the wellness advocate. Gets you the best discounts, gets you the product of the month. There's no monthly ordering required. It's the best value. It gets your customers the most discount off their oils. We've never gone near preferred member prices. It's not something that we're trained about in Australia at all. So we always go with the wellness advocate. Okay, so I'm just going to do I'm just doing be advised on everything. You want it to be the same shipping address. You can go in and find Europe. I'm just going to find that. I think it'll be Cyprus will fall under +1 hour to the UK. Again, it's finding the right time zone. Change that there. Okay, so you put your ID number into here. Verify the ID number. It will automatically put in an ID number. If you don't put anything in there for the sponsor, it'll put yours in there as well. Okay. And then we can just create a password for the account. Okay, and now it brings up all the different enrollment kits that are on offer. So if they want to, they can pay €20, or it's £20 in the UK plus VAT in the UK. Let's just see, I think, just see if it gives any tax. Yeah, so it's got tax there in Europe as well. So you're looking at around €25 and you're paying €7 in shipping. Okay, this is all new to me. I've not enrolled anybody in Europe itself with the euros. I've only enrolled people in the UK. So we can remove that from there. And then we've got the kits. So you've got the family physician kit with the Smart and Sassy, the 15 mil. You've got the cleanse and restore enrollment kit. You've got the family wellness enrollment kit. Quite jealous actually, because you've got far more enrollment kits over in Europe than what we have over here in Australia. This is the most popular one over here in Australia, the Home Essentials kit, which comes with a diffuser and 10 of the most used oils. And I will have shared with you the flyers where you can get your kits from. So let's say we go with the Home Essentials kit. Okay. We've got standard shipping. So it's €276. We would fill in the details, and then when you go to process, it'll take you through to the credit card page. Then you will get a pop-up screen that comes up, which has the new enrollment ID. So you've got the ID number, and you'll have already set the password on that previous page. So you just need to make a note of that as well. They will get an email from doTERRA that has their ID number and that password in there. And that is basically it. That is how we enroll somebody. It's the same whether you need to have a date of birth. That's so that whenever they contact customer services, their account can be verified. Phone number, email, address, and credit card. And with the credit card, you need to have those 3 digits on the back as well. So you can always collect that information from the person prior to doing the enrollment, or you can do it with them online. So I'm just going to flick back through. Here we go. Right. Okay. So quickly, just to show you, so when you've enrolled somebody, you've got 14 days to change their sponsorship. So I'm just going to go in. I think I've got one person here that I can go in and do a sponsor change. I've got 6 days left to move them. So let me show you that again. So we're going to team. You've got your graphical tree. Quickly show, I can't show you much of mine because it's so big, but I'll give you an idea of what it looks like. Okay, so this is part of my tree. It's huge. Okay. You can hover over them and it gives you the people. Just going to go and look to see. Okay. So if you don't allocate a sponsor ID, they will automatically go onto your front line. What I mean by that is they go directly underneath you. So these people are all on my front line. Now, this isn't the best way to generate income and to progress through the ranks. In the early days, we want, I'm here to help you, so I can guide you with sponsor changes. You just got to let me know that you've enrolled somebody and that you need some guidance. You can see I've got a massive tree, and to keep track of everybody is quite hard. But as long as you keep in touch with me and let me know, I can work with you and help you in with the decisions as to where to place people. In the very early days, somebody has to go on your front line, so they would probably stay put. But then once you've got 2 or 3 people enrolled, we need to start looking at structure. And we basically want to be building in 2 lines. So you want 2 lines underneath you. We're setting you up for Premier. Okay. You would find who you wanted to place the person under and get their ID number. And then you would go in and do a sponsor change. So I don't need to sponsor change this person, but I'll go and show you what we need to do. So I'd put the new ID number into here. So the person that I want this new enrollment to go under. So it might not necessarily be myself because I don't want them on my front line. It might be that I've got myself, then I've got Susan, Nat, and then I want to place them under Nat. So I would put Nat's ID number into there. And then I would verify, and it would give me the name, and then I would confirm that that is where I want them to be placed, and then it gets moved. You only get the option to do this once, and you've got 14 days to do it in. So it allows you to move somebody if you decide that they're not in the place where you want them to be. Okay. So I think that's quite a lot of information that I've shared. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, sorry, trying to find my screen back. Okay, so I've shared quite a bit of information with you there. If you've got any questions, please reach out. That's what I'm here for. For those that are over in Europe and in the UK, I know that there's a time difference, but as soon as I wake up and I can get to it, I will. That is a promise. I'm there to support my team wherever you are in the world. So any questions, please reach out, and yeah, happy sharing, happy enrolling, and I can't wait to see how your business progresses. Have a great day.